Hey everybody, this is Steve with TrafficAdzy, the TrafficAdzy ad network. And in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the TrafficAdzy ad network, what it offers, how to get started, how to sign up as a self-serve advertiser where you can get access to many different types of inventory for your advertising campaigns. So TrafficAdzy has partnerships with other ad exchanges, and we are a programmatic media buying platform, and we offer advertising on a CPC and CPM basis. So our DSP enables advertisers to reach their audiences across multiple verticals on every device and location. And when I log into the backend, you're going to see all of the different campaign types, inventory that is available. You're going to get real visitors, no bot clicks. Our extensive network delivers up to 1 billion unique visitors daily. We can have multiple targeting options by location, devices, operating systems, domains, and more. And there are analytics and statistics that are available once you set up your campaigns. Like I said, we serve a lot of unique visitors every day, and we get coverage on most inventory on the internet. And the types of ad formats that you can set up, we have 4 main types of ad campaigns that you can set up. We offer display advertising, which is probably the most popular and traditional way to set up your campaigns. We offer native advertising that offers integration into different websites. We offer push notification campaigns, and we offer PopUnder ads that load for a specific amount of time on the user's browser. So to get started with TrafficAdzy, it's very simple. All you need to do is go up here to create account, click the link, and then it's going to ask you for your information. So go ahead and fill out the form. Make sure you enter valid information. And then if you could just ask where you saw us online, that'll help us for our marketing. So it has to match, obviously. Make your password as strong as possible. And then you're going to click on sign up. And that's really all there is to it. So after that, you should get a confirmation on your email, and then you should be able to log into your account. So to log into your account, you're going to come back in here to sign in. And you're going to log in with the email and password that you created. To get started, you're going to need to fund your account. That's the first thing you need to do before you do anything. There is a minimum deposit of $25. So you click on add funds, and you can see there's a $25 minimum deposit. We use Stripe, so there's going to be a 3.2% fee. No way around that, just a transaction fee that needs to be covered. So I would recommend, 25 is the minimum. It's going to be really hard to run some of these campaigns with that. I would recommend at least probably $100. Deposit $100. So what's going to happen is you can deposit 25 if you want. Say I'm deposit at $100. Click on add funds. And then it's going to take you to this payment page. Now, our parent company is Brazen Media. So you're going to see this appear as the payment. It's the same company. TrafficAdzy is run by Brazen Media LLC. So you're going to see that pop up. So that is okay. That is legitimate. And enter your information. Once you pay, you're going to be able to go back and your account is going to be funded. So I'm going to switch to a funded account, and I'll show you. We'll set up a campaign and kind of show you everything. But as you can see, it's going to, until you fund your account, it's going to say this is a trial account. And you really can't, there's really not much else you can do with it. So you need to fund your account first. So let me log out and go back into another test account that has funds in it, and I'll show you how to get started. All right, so now I'm back in a test account with just a very small budget, and I want to go over the dashboard and what you can do. So on this first tab, this is your setup for your campaigns. These are all the different types of campaigns that are available. Here's just an overview, kind of a quick summary of the countries that are available, some of the campaigns that are going on, the impressions, kind of gives you an idea of the average CPC costs. Creatives, once we set up campaigns and have creatives, are going to be here. Once we set up campaigns and have them running, this is going to be our reporting. And then, of course, you have billing history, where it shows you your payment and your history there. So to get started, and then up here, you have a profile. So you can turn on and off what kind of updates you want to get, notifications. That's basically it for this. You got your account information and you can update your password. So let's go back to that first tab on campaigns. And I'm not going to go through every one of these, but I'm just going to we're going to go through one and kind of show you how it works. These are the different objectives that you can set up with TrafficAdzy. Now, if you've used other advertising platforms, they're all different. This is self-serve, so you can set these up, set your budgets, upload your creatives and your URLs that you're advertising. They'll be submitted, and then there's a little bit of time to get approved, but you can click on each of these, and what it'll do is once you click on it, it's going to show you the available advertising formats. Like I said in the first part of the video, basically we've got push, PopUnder, display, and native are the 4 main advertising formats. Hopefully you're familiar with these. If you're not, push displays on, it can display on browsers, on desktop browsers, or it can display on mobile devices. And it's pretty cool how it works. It's very interruptive or disruptive, I guess, as far as getting in front of the customer or getting in front of the potential lead, to see the message. It pops up right in their face, and it's very visible. That's a good one. PopUnder, it's got a pop under the browser window. Display, there's different sizes that are available. If you're familiar with the Google Display Network, that's probably the best comparison to where you set up your ad and it's going to be displayed on different inventory across the internet that matches. I'll show you some of the targeting options. And then native. If you're familiar with Taboola, is probably or Outbrain are the big native ad networks. You're going to set up your campaign. It's going to be displayed. It's blended in with the other content, and it can work really well because it looks like it's part of the website, and people kind of trust that. So those are the 4 major advertising formats. So the first thing you need to do is, what is your advertising goal? Do you want to get leads and sales? Do you just want to get traffic? Do you want to get app installs? Are you just looking for brand awareness? Do you want to actually promote YouTube and Vimeo videos? Okay, so in this example, to show you how the platform works, I'm going to select leads and sales. One thing to consider, leads and sales is going to give you the most advertising formats available, because that's what most people want, is leads and sales. You're still going to get traffic with leads and sales, but it's going to give you the most advertising formats. Website traffic is PopUnder, and it's going to be more of a broad, kind of a less targeted approach. So I'm going to show you how to do leads and sales. In this example, we're going to do a display ad, which is the most common, which most people are familiar with. So to get started, I'm going to click on display. I'm going to name my campaign here. So campaign 1 tip. And then here's where I'm going to send my traffic. Now, if I click on this box here, it is going to automatically add my UTM tags. So they will flow through to Google Analytics. So I can see the source and can actually see the campaign ID. And it also gives you the click ID. Now, if I click here, this link here will show you all of the different macros or tokens that you can use in your tracking links. So these can be used in your URLs. These can be used on if you use a tracking platform. These can be used, on like I said, on your URLs to pass through to your affiliate networks, or however you want to track any of these are available for you. Okay, this is going to help you. Tracking, especially with affiliate marketing, is very important to see what's working, be able to cut the losses and scale the winners. And these tokens are going to allow you to do that. So the next step is going to be which size I want to use. There are all the different sizes. We have a lot of inventory. I can tell you these up here are the most common, 300 by 250, 720, 728 by 90 leaderboard. These are going to be some of your most common up here. These right here are going to cover both desktop and mobile. So I would recommend at least doing these. You can do, you can do others if you want to. Say we're doing 300 by 250. I would choose my image size. I would select that. You're going to enter your advertiser domain. Let's make this a little more friendly. So let's say your domain.com. So this is going to be just what displays, kind of just the root of the domain. So you could go your domain.com. And here's where you would add multiple banners if you wanted to. This is what you would use on your tracking platform like Volume, or this is what you would use directly with your affiliate network like Max Bounty to pass back a conversion. So you don't have to use this, but if you want to use it for your tracking, here are the different types that are available. And of course, you can use tokens in here. So we're going to post back. We've got an image. Select your conversion value if you have a fixed amount on a sale. And then you can use a pixel, or like I said, you could use nothing. So that's available. Not required. You have to set your CPM value. So CPM is cost per 1,000 views. It gives you kind of a recommended, CPM to start with. So, you can start with that or something higher if you want to get more volume or more traffic. This is something you'll just have to test. It's hard to say what to tell you to start with because there's so many factors in different campaigns and what you're trying to do. So you just need to enter a value to start with. You can always adjust. So just enter a starting value. So that'd be $1.50. Now, here's where you set your budget. I recommend going with a daily budget. If you set this to ASAP, it's going to spend your budget as quickly as possible. So I would probably set it to even per day. And when we started, we talked about a $100 budget. So if you did a $100 budget, you could test out multiple campaigns. It's recommended that you at least do $25 in each campaign. So that's what I'm going to do. You can do less than 25, but it's going to be really hard to get the amount of volume, to test things. So I'm going to do $25 on here. And then another option, make sure you know what you're doing here. If you select this, it's going to spend unlimited budget and it's going to blow through money very quickly. So if you have a campaign that's dialed in that you just want to go full bore on and you want to scale and you want to spend a lot of money, you can do unlimited budget. Don't recommend doing that unless you know what you're doing. Probably stick with even, per day and set your daily budget. You can set a start and end date. If you just want to start it to, once it's approved, you want to start it and run it as with no end date. You can leave it like this, or if you want to run a scheduled campaign, you can set an end date. Here you can select geo-targeting. So if I wanted to, I would recommend at least doing probably United States because that's going to be your highest quality traffic. But you actually can get into targeting at a local level. Let's say I was doing a local campaign for plumbers or something, trying to, work in with a client. Alexandria, Louisiana area, I could select that and it's only going to show ads in that area. So you can target a, local geo if you want to, which is pretty cool. So in this example, I'm going to target all of the United States. And then we're going to select our campaign category. So there's general categories. Just to start with, check the category that best matches your niche. When you go to select your category, you can see what is allowed and what's not. Here are your main categories. There's a lot. You're going to be able to find something that matches with our supply partners. You're going to be able to find something to run your traffic with. If you have a question, just send a ticket to our support team and we can answer, if something's allowed or not. Just, send us the landing page and we can take a look at it. and tell you if it's acceptable or not. So this will give you an idea of what you can run. So I'm going to just, pick one of these. This is basically the sources, and these are our supply partners. So this is basically all the inventory. I recommend to run on all sources to start with, and then, in your tracking, you can basically use your tracking to see what is working and what is not. Now, if you do want to select, you can go through and you can select these, but until you run it, it's going to be hard to know, what works and what doesn't. Out of the gate, you're just kind of running a broad campaign to see what sticks. Now, here's a little warning. Depending on what type of campaign, what your niche is, you may be limited. So if your campaign is not approved, you can submit another creative and we can try it again. And then you have the opportunity to do either web or in-app. Source sampling basically is frequency cap, per source. So you can enable that, and you could say you only wanted to show it so many times, and you can filter by publish ID, site ID. You can do that, or you can set a clicks cap. If you only wanted a user to be able to click on it, one time a day, or so many days, you could do that as well. If you're targeting people that you just want to do mobile, you could just do mobile. So what you do is you select which ones you want to include and exclude. So if I just wanted to do mobile, I would click on include and then I would exclude everything else. Okay. So let's put those back. And then you can actually filter by, depending on what's selected, you can filter by OS and browser. So this is useful when, let's say you're running a CPA affiliate offer with Max Bounty. And, a lot of times there's restrictions on, what you can run it on. Another useful part of this is when you're testing, say you're testing mobile games or something, mobile game installs or something like that. Combined with your tracking, you can really, test out and see what's working, and you can find those winners when you track these things in your tracking. So that's what that's for. Control your targeting there. Advanced settings. Basically, I can get into a carrier targeting. I can set, what times I want this to run. You can set up optimization rules. You have to use a postback URL. That gets a little more advanced, but it is available if you want to do that. This is where you can actually whitelist or blacklist, placements. So if you're tracking with your tokens, you can do that. And there's a few other advanced options that I'm probably not going to cover, but that right there, going through what we just did, would set you up with a display campaign. You would click create campaign. You would be entered into an approval queue. And then once you get approved, your campaign would start running. And then your creatives will show up that you submitted, and then your reporting will show up. And that's really all there is to it. So that is how you get started with TrafficAdzy. To summarize, to kind of repeat what we went through, you're going to set up your account. You're going to add your funds. Like I said, again, leads and sales is going to give you the most options. Website traffic is going to give you, a large kind of a more general, blast of traffic. App installs if you want to get more app installs. And then, brand awareness for just more general traffic. And then if you want to promote YouTube and Vimeo videos. But if you need any help, you can simply click on this and it takes us out to the support forum. Enter your information, send us a message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. That's really all there is to it. Very simple to use platform, very cheap traffic. The traffic works. The traffic works with all kinds of different niches. We have a lot of success with advertisers using our platform. So if you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, I hope that was helpful for you to get started with TrafficAdzy. Fund your account. We'll see you on the inside. Thanks.